Hey, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the Brown Gent. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the Memecoin Casino and the stuff that hopefully I'm hoping that you know this, but if you don't, you're going to walk away from this video with a fresh new perspective of exactly what's going on. And let's not get this twisted. This is a casino, and I'm sorry to tell you this, but the odds in this casino are the worst of any casino you've ever been to. So let's get into it. But before we do, just remember, I'm just a guy on YouTube. None of this is financial advice. Also, while we're at it, please make sure you follow me on all socials, on Twitter. Check out what I'm doing with my not my hot wallet portfolio, but my airdrop portfolio on the bank. And excited to introduce a new service, guys. So as you guys know, we're doing a discount on the Web3 Secret Society due to the market downturn. So it's only $30 a month. If you're interested, you can lock that in. When the bull market comes on, I'm going to increase the price again, but you can grandfather yourself in right now. But I've also launched private video calls. So people have asked me, can I do a one-on-one with you? Can I get half an hour or an hour of your time? Well, now you can book those if you'd like. More details are to follow, but basically there's a membership fee to prevent spammers from jumping in, but you get the money back once you go ahead and book your call. So for those who are interested, check that out in the description below. Now, let's get into the video. And the reality is, most of us, or pretty much everyone, goes to crypto because they want real gains, right? The stock market returns of 6% on average for an index fund, they're nothing to write home about. Everyone's bored of it. You look at crypto, and crypto is the game changer. Crypto is the place where you can make a ton of wealth. And honestly, when I talk to my normie friends, probably the number one thing I hear about crypto is it's too late. It's, oh my God, I'm priced out. I can't play. I don't have money to get in. Bitcoin's already run. Ethereum's already run. And honestly, you need a ton of money to make money in crypto. And there is some truth to it, and there isn't, because you're not going to turn $1 into $1 billion, but you can grow your wealth substantially. That's just the reality of it. But people want more. People have been sold this dream of you can quit your 9 to 5. You don't have to do anything. Literally, if you're in the right place at the right time, you're good. Now, one of the things that has happened is, if you're on crypto Twitter, you'll probably see accounts like Artizer and other garbage accounts who post screenshots of doing the most ridiculous things. They think of the most ridiculous thing. They'll post that they did it. They made $1 million on a meme coin. Yeah, they were solving, the world hunger problem. They were curing cancer. And, on the side, they were just doing a bit of meme coin trading. And look, bam, got $1 million. Now, this whole thing is meant to inspire FOMO, because if you look at Bitcoin, and I told you guys back in September, October, check the videos. If you buy Bitcoin here at $15,000 to $18,000, it's going to be the easiest 3 to 7x that you're ever going to have. And so far, we've 3x'd, and we're going to make even more multiples throughout the cycle. That being said, somebody who has $100 does not want to only get $700. They want $1 million. And it's not so much just Bitcoin, but also all of the other altcoins. So we started with Bitcoin and ETH, and there's so many tokens coming out. An altcoin is effectively alternate coin, anything that's not Bitcoin. And I'd like to think Ethereum is not an alt, even though it technically is one. But even still, coins continue to be produced. Now, they all promise some level of utility, some new L1 chain or layer 1 chain, or they're a governance token, whatever. Now, something that was very interesting last cycle was the prominence of Dogecoin. Dogecoin, I think many of you remember this because Elon Musk really brought this to the limelight, but this was trading at fractions of a penny, less than fractions of a penny, and it skyrocketed to a 90 billion market cap in that cycle. This was the de facto meme that's kicked it all off. And it was built as a parody, right? Like you take a look here, it's built as a parody of the crypto market following the establishment of Bitcoin. It was a joke, right? And back then, that was cool because there was no other joke. So you had one big joke running, and then what it spurred on was more meme coins. So we had Dogecoin, and then we had Shiba Inu. And the whole idea behind this after Dogecoin, because Dogecoin was really an accident for it being successful, right? You guys probably remember the top of Dogecoin was Saturday Night Live with Elon Musk. In fact, there's a video of my strategy. We made like a 8x in a week just based off that, a 7 or an 8x, right? Like we made tons of money prior on this, but all the receipts are on my videos in the last cycle. But every single person comes into crypto and they literally look at this like a lottery ticket. This is their chance to effectively get out of the trenches, like they say. Quit your 9 to 5 job, literally turn rags to riches. And every single person who jumps into this space has this dream. And this effectively has spurred on this entire new meta, this meta of meme coins, right? Now, I'm not saying meme coins are bad because there's a time and place, and there are some meme coins that are very good. But as with everything, when you get a ton of great things, you get a ton of trash. When we had the dot-com boom, everybody was trying to get involved, and so many companies were scams. The same thing happened with crypto. We had so many ICOs, so many scams. Now that we have so many meme coins, right? We went from Doge and Shiba Inu really being the two prominent meme coins last cycle, billions and billions of dollars, to now anyone can make a meme coin, right? Anybody can make a meme coin. And, some are a couple billion, some are 1 billion, and many are hundreds of millions going all the way down. You can see how many tokens are created. And we're going to talk about that. But what is really crazy is the biggest innovation this cycle has been a program called Pump Fund, which has now been duplicated, right? Whenever these things are created, you end up having people just copycatting them and creating them everywhere. So the idea of Pump Fund is literally just like YouTube. Any idiot can come on here, put in a bit of soul, and create their own token and shill it, talk about how it's going to be the next thing, the next big thing. And obviously in crypto, people are like, they're looking after their own self-interest. So you've got to really pay attention here because there is no way that every meme coin can do well. Now, if we go back to Bitcoin, the reason these things will take off is when Bitcoin is in price discovery, people want to stay in Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin was sitting at like 28 or where are we right here? Pre-ETF, 38K all the way up to 73. Once we started retracing and sort of trading range bound, you started to see meme coins like they started running and now meme coins took over. Why? Because people don't want to sit for the chop. They want things to happen. Time is money. And something like Pump Fund has really allowed this to take hold, really allowed this to go to the next level. And what's happened now is any idiot can make a coin. So you get hundreds and thousands of coins coming out every single day. Now, this is obviously not worked out very well. What's happened typically is because these tokens can't do incredibly well, you'll now have people try to artificially change the narrative because a lot of people have realized, hey, meme coins are just costing you money. Ask people who've gotten into these early stage projects how much money they've made. The only people who've made money are truly people who've gotten super early, gotten lucky, or people who are insiders. And the sad part is there are cabals out there. Where is this? There are cabals out there. And what that basically is a group of insiders sitting there. They pretend to be your friend. They pretend to give you alpha on crypto Twitter. But the reality is they're just helping funnel money from you to their pockets. And all they do is they create their own tokens and start promoting it using their influence, right? It's no different than those YouTubers shilling their own scam coins and everything. What these guys do is they try to add more legitimacy because, oh my God, every influencer I follow is posting about token X. We should buy into token X. And they've bought in at like 100th or 1000th. And then the token will do very well because people will jump in and they slowly sell, they slowly distribute because they can't sell all at once. If they sell all at once, what ends up happening is they'll end up crashing the token. And that is the reality of it. The reality is you are literally playing at the casino where everybody else at the table is cheating. Imagine going to a poker game where the dealer is cheating against you and you're playing by yourself versus 9 friends, all of which are sharing cards and they know your cards. That's effectively what you're doing when you're playing in this. You have literally made it like impossible. Like you are better off getting a lottery ticket than doing this. This is the literal worst odds because you can't win. Everything is stacked against you. And the times you win, all that will do, like let's say you got lucky and you jumped into a trade, you jumped into a meme coin randomly and you made like I don't know, 1000x or something. Well, guess what? That's gonna get you hooked. You're gonna buy more, and how are you gonna get that same spot? The the way to make money in meme coins is to make them or to be part of the cabal and shield them. And there have been a lot of people who've made life-changing gains here. It's sad. I'm sad to say, but I've seen a lot of my peers on YouTube realize there is no money to be made on YouTube or doing it the honest way. So they do things like creating these what's called community takeovers. And what a community takeover is basically when somebody rugs a project, they rug the meme coin, they get out, but people still want to get their money out. So what do? They artificially pretend like they're going to do something, get people to jump in, call it a CTO, and then dump on them. And this is happening so many times. In fact, what's even worse, and I'm not talking about anyone in particular, but Meow from Jupiter came up with this idea called protocol pump player, which is moving away from a player versus player environment and telling people, no, we're going to pump each other up. The reality is that just doesn't happen. For that to happen, everyone's got to be honest. And I've seen nonstop coins where people have literally come out here, talked about they're doing a CTO, they're doing PPP, and people just don't get it. They have this whole like cult mentality. And I've seen the founders, the CTO people doing this, and all they're doing is taking money away from people. And if you call them out, they say, you don't get it, you're confused. Look at every PPP token. Look at every CTO like this. They are literally dumping on people and hoping they're stupid enough not to realize. The sad thing is, if you are in one of these groups and you can't figure out who the sucker is, you are the sucker. And that's sort of a quote from Poker, right? The Rounders movie, which is fantastic. But guys, you have to realize this. They're going to do everything possible to make you feel like you're missing out. They're going to make you feel like, no, the reason you didn't do well is because you just didn't want it hard enough. You just didn't try hard enough. You didn't hold long enough, right? Look at all these coins. I'm not going to sort of bring up tokens because I don't want to start a bunch of YouTube beef, but I've got a ton of tokens where they all do this. I've seen these telegrams, these YouTube communities, these videos. All of them are a bunch of scams. All they're doing is literally getting the people who are promoting it money. Either they're getting paid by people to shill it because people have no ethics. There's so few people with integrity in this space, and then the others are just dumping on them. And hey, you know what you might think? Oh, wait a second. Why don't I just follow an influencer and copy trade them? You can do that, but guess what? People are setting up bots now to do it. So the moment the trade happens, there's already the transactions happening. So there's nothing you can do. So even when you copy insiders, and just so you know, the insiders know about this too. So what do? If they know that you saw their wallet, they just create a new wallet and they fund it that way. So there's no chance to do it. So then what ends up happening is this game has evolved so many times, right? So what happened was over the last few months, we've started finding out criteria that helps us figure out when things are more likely to be a scam or a rug or not have the legs. And what happened? Well, now you have influencers posting services. So this is pretty sad to watch this, but for example, no beef against Handsome Finance because hey, you got to get that bag. But he's promoting a service to help trick people that your meme coins are legit, right? It's called a bundler or whatever, right? And I honestly don't know why you would ever do this because this is such a bad thing to do in this space to actually create a program that tries to mimic real users buying and doing all these things. And all you got to do is pay them 10 Sol because they get their cut, right? So everybody realizes that the money to be made here is off the people who are in this casino. But this is very negative for this space. Why? Because the people who are doing this are literally extracting money from people who are actually interested in crypto. And then what's going to end up happening is that money gets exited out. I'm seeing them post videos of going to like Louis Vuitton or buying Lamborghinis or whatever, right? And they're like, yo, guys, I made $1 million on this meme coin. But no, they made $1 million scamming their followers, right? They didn't make it off a meme coin. They made it using exit liquidity. Remember, money is not made from nowhere. If you're winning money, you're taking it from someone else. And I think it's one thing to sort of buy and hold or trade crypto. It's another thing to sort of lie to people to tell them to buy something while you dump on them. And that's exactly what's happening. Let's not get this twisted. And now everyone wants a piece of this. So now people are fighting to create these mechanisms. What's crazy to me is when you see the stats. So this was a tweet from about a week ago. On that day, and by the way, the number of tokens just keeps going up and up. 16,000 tokens launched, about a little over 1% made it to Radium, and 19 remain above 69K market cap. So from launch to profitable, that's 0.12%. Imagine wanting to double your money and you need a 0.12%. Why don't you just go play roulette? Why don't you put it on red? You are like, look at the odds you're getting. But the thing is, they'll tell you, no, guys, DCA, keep buying. It's going to go up. But no, they just want to sell on you. And the same thing is, like, people are realizing it. And these people like Bastille and Adam, these are people who I think are worth following. Why? Because they share this stuff, right? It's the worst odds of any gambling game, right? Look at how bad this is. Less than 0.001% of tokens maintain a 10 million plus market cap. But then the thing is, you'll have influencers post, oh my God, I'm buying 100K of this token or 200K. Let me post a video. And they'll buy the token and then sell it on another wallet, and you have no idea. I'm not going to say sort of who I'm talking about, but there's so many people who do this. It's not just one person. And the reality is these tokens won't do well. Why? Because they need to accumulate tokens at a low price, and then they need to sell them all. But they can't sell them all at once. If they sell them all at once, then the entire thing nukes and everyone jumps out. But if they're selling slowly while people are buying, they distribute and they end up giving some of their supply. And then they go to the next meme coin. Guys, I think token Y is going to be the next big thing. It's going to be the next X token. You need to jump in. Guys, watch, I called it. It went from 5 million to 10 million, blah, blah, blah. A lot of this artificial BS, right? You got to remember this. These guys aren't here for you. Remember, they're making money off somebody. So it's likely you. Here's a reality check for everyone grinding in the trenches. This is insane. If you've made $1 million trading pump fund tokens, your top 70 traders, so 70 wallets. If you've made, I'm not going to go all over it, but if you made over $1,000, only 3% of wallets have done that. Just imagine what that means. Keep in mind, these top 70 traders, all of this, these guys are literally the cabal. These are the people who literally will dictate and pick and choose and do whatever they want to get money off you guys. And then they act like they're doing so well. And it's literally this fallacy where people say, oh my God, they made $1 million, but they made $1 million off you. You know what I'm saying? So this is definitely something to be careful of. And it's not just the insiders, right? So the insiders are a big issue. The other issue is take a look at where the value is being extracted elsewhere. So trading bots. So I like BullX. If you are going to trade meme coins, use BullX. I think BullX is great. I got a guide. Still don't think it's a profitable sort of thing. But if you feel like you've got to do it, BullX is the best way to do it. 230 million from BullX and a bunch of other trading bots like Photon, whatever. You got Pump Fund, 89 million. MEV, what MEV is basically it front runs your transactions. So if you're going to buy something for $10, they buy it before you to pop the price up. You have to pay a little more. You're going to sell something, they sell it before you. So then you get a less price. So it is literally, you're getting sandwiched and arbitrage at every angle. Then you got all these insiders. You've got sort of all the radium fees, right? So it's absolutely insane. how bad this is for our ecosystem, and you'll have the same grifters doing this. And the problem is the same problem I see with OnlyFans. If you enable this, this problem never gets solved. It only gets worse. And then people just go, well, I'm not going to be the one to sort of go against it. So you just get these people rich. And the problem is, and what I've seen a lot is, you could make millions of dollars in this space if you have no integrity. For me, that's just not worth it for me. If other people want to do it, I can understand the allure for it. I already got enough money, so I don't need to worry about this stuff. But guys, you have to keep your eyes open because there's a lot of scammers out there. And some of them will probably even be like, oh, other people are scammers. No, watch what they do. Watch their actions. A lot of people have these like fake alpha groups where they will sort of say, oh, we're going to PPP and we're going to like, get this token up. And meanwhile, they're dumping it. And then they try to get people to hold for them and they try to bully you. Do not fall for that. Guys, you guys can make life-changing money if you literally focus on the actual value in crypto. Bitcoin, ETH, Sol. Those are the top three. I have 80% of my portfolio in this. I have altcoins like Aave. I don't have XRP, obviously, but I have Dogecoin. I have Shiba Inu. I have Pepe. There are meme coins that are worthwhile. Don't buy trash. The trash is going to get you in a ton of trouble. And what these guys will also do is they will try to, I saw somebody make a video recently trying to compare this to poker. Well, if you've got a poker bankroll, so if you got like $1,000 and you want to buy 20 meme coins, we can put $50 in each. So you can do that. You definitely can do that. But the reality is you are going to play a losing game. My recommendation, if you're going to do meme coins, is stick to the ones that are solid. Meme coins are such a volatile issue. It's so hard because it's so influenced, right? BlackRock bought Bitcoin and ETH. They're literally having ETFs here. Why would you not want to bet on the future of this, especially ETH is undervalued? Same with Sol. I believe Sol is undervalued. There are so many ways to make a lot of money in this space, but if you try to front run this, if you try to get greedy, if you want better returns than that, what ends up happening is you're just going to get nothing. You're going to get zero. And these scammers are going to walk away with your money. And then they'll be back next cycle to do the same thing over and over again. I see some comments in the chat about Crash. So the thing with Crash is just like an immature kid. He's smart, don't get me wrong, but he just like the guy has the emotional maturity of a 5-year-old. And while I don't think Crash is particularly scamming or anything like that, you really never know. But just keep in mind, people who can influence the token price, there's a lot of things that can happen. Now, I personally believe that Brett is way too big to fail. So that's why I own Brett. I also own Pepe. I own Doge. I own Shiba Inu. And yes, I do own a few tokens, a few meme coins that are over like, $500 million or maybe 200 million market cap. But I'm not sitting there in the pump fund trenches, and I keep the meme coin piece, like the non-good meme coins, to less than like 1% of my portfolio. It's just there and it's not really doing anything. But guys, I just made this video because I wanted to highlight sort of all the issues in this space. I find that no one wants to make these videos. This video probably won't get that many views, but I don't care if I even sort of helped you guys with this. I think it could be really worthwhile. One of the things I do want to say is, guys, like, there's a lot of opportunity in this cycle. Your money is worth a lot. I remember being in Dubai in November, and my wife was like, oh, you should buy this Rolex. And my whole thing was, no, I'm not doing that, because that $20,000 or $15,000, it's going to like 4 to 8x in the next year and a half. So why would I do that? And remember, there is a cost to losing your money. If you have if you have $100 right now and you're like, I'm going to gamble that, you can basically get that to $800 with very little work in the bull run, but not if you completely throw it away. And why would you want to give it to these scammers? Don't give it to scammers. You're better off donating to charity. In fact, you got a better chance of getting a return from a charity than you are from these scammers. So guys, I hope that helped. If you sort of want to hear more, if you want some sort of guidance, coaching, support, check out the Web3 Secret Society. It's on discount, $30 a month. We make sure you know what you're doing. I'm always there. Like, super active. It's not like other groups where the people aren't there. And then private video call if you want to sort of set yourself up for the bull run, have me go through your portfolio or whatever. Set that call up as well. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, make sure you like, subscribe, and share the video. Thanks for watching.